have on the front is the TPU shell from AYN, which is awesome. It adds a lot of grip. It does get a little bit slick, but it makes the corners a lot more rounded and more ergonomic. But yeah, the TPU case is really nice because it makes it nice and curved, and so it doesn't jut into your palms too much. And what I also have is just a little lanyard here. This is from a Ambernick device, which I just took it from the case. The official AYN is, the lanyard it's way too thick. It has a metal ring which could scratch. This case here, this is the official AYN case without the grip. If you compare it to this other case, which was pretty good from Amazon, this one is actually slightly thicker, and it kind of, you see the angle? It kind of is thicker on one side. This is just flat. This is actually pretty nice. It's very high quality. Interior, there's not much gap around, and you have a little sleeve on the top. The only thing I don't like is the zipper has a string instead of the metal pull, so it doesn't pull as much. But it's, you know, it's not as flat as the other one, which I was showing you, but it's very high quality. The only thing, this is black color, and it seems to attract lint pretty easily. But this is a nice high quality case. I would recommend getting this if you just want a case from the official manufacturer. But I do prefer that small GPS case I was mentioning, because if you compare the size, right, it's a huge difference. It's like twice the depth with my other 6-inch GPS case versus the official AYN case. It's like twice the thickness, right? So yeah, I much prefer this. I could use this if I'm traveling and more protection, but this is what I use in my everyday carry. I use this in my coat pocket. So here is the AYN official grip, which I'm not crazy about. I added some extra grip tape because this whole back here is very, very slick. It's like frosted plastic. Around this side, there are grips underneath, like it's kind of ribbed texture, but it's also very hard plastic. I'm not crazy about this because when you put it on the device, it still sits quite low in your hand. So I have the TPU shell, and when you insert it, it's kind of hard to do on the screen here. Yeah, there we go. So now it's fully inserted. And when it's on the device, it makes it top heavy. You see how low this is on your hand? The screen is heavier up here, so it feels like the device wants to go like this. And I find since it's slippery, even with the grips, you really have to shove your hands together because you want to hold it up. You don't want it to fall this way or fall forward like on your face if you're lying on the couch. I wish the grips extended up to here, instead of just being like right in the palm of your hand, and then you have this flat texture on the back. So it's flat here and then curved here. It should just be curved all the way up and extend. I really don't like this one. Yeah, it's not very ergonomic for me. It will help with your D-pad and your lower joystick down here, but I just use the TPU shell itself, just because of just the awkwardness. Someone says it's kind of like having balls in your hand. Yeah, it is kind of like having testicles in your hand. I don't like it. Yeah, I usually like 3D grips too. And I'll show you the case. So the case is quite good. This is the grip case. The only thing is it's this texture that gathers lint and dust. It's kind of scalloped out here for the balls, and it's thinner in the middle. And right now it's a little bit tight because I have the extended triggers on there. This is actually the first time I've tried it with the triggers, but it does fit. So it's a little bit big on the sides here, and then it's scalloped in. It's a nice high quality case. Nice material, but it collects too much dust. I've only had this for a couple weeks, and I don't like how it's a cloth zipper pull or a string. It's not as easy to pull. But yeah, you could fit this with a grip, and then also have some accessories on top here. It's a pretty sturdy case, and it has it fits with these extended triggers. It does make it a little bit more snug, but you can see there is enough space. Yeah, so I don't use this grip too much. Maybe I haven't given it a fair shake, but I do prefer using just the TPU shell. Just refix this here. This is just a little nub I have, just so that the screen doesn't bash into it too much. But this shell itself is much more comfortable. It does feel a little bit greasy after you use it for a while, but it makes it very rounded all along here, so it fits perfectly in your hand, and I just hold it like this. So I highly recommend the TPU shell. I personally don't recommend the TPU case. I would recommend getting a third-party printed one online. Oh, and one more thing about this this AYN Thor grip is it doesn't seem like it's really made to put on top of the TPU case. You see how it kind of bulges out here? This is on top of the TPU shell. It's like they made the official grip so that you could fit it on without the TPU shell and also fit on top of the TPU shell. But it's like a weird middle ground where it's too loose if you don't have the TPU shell, and it's kind of too tight if you do have the TPU shell. It causes the weird warping. Some people said it actually pulls away the TPU shell as well. So it does fit. The grip does fit on top of the TPU shell. It's just not, it's a little too tight, and it does cause that weird kind of bulging out. Yeah, so it seems like they just made it to fit both ways, but you know, it doesn't fit that well. When you look at the accessories, because I got the official accessory kit, this bag is useless. It's just like so flimsy and way too much space. Like, I don't understand this pouch. I would have preferred if they gave a neoprene pouch, just like that Nintendo 3DS. See, this is in the case right now, and there's so much extra room. I don't know what you're going to put in here. It's so flimsy. I don't like this. You can use it for something else. And this AYN lanyard, I also am not a fan because it's so bulky compared to this small one which I have. I don't understand why you need it to be so long. And it has this metal ring. This could scratch or get jammed inside and if you close it. So I really don't like this either. I just prefer an all-in-one. This is from my Ambernick device I was mentioning earlier. So the stock AYN glass top and bottom screen protectors are quite high quality. If you get the accessory kit, it's kind of hard to see them. I'll turn on the light, which will add some glare. But applying them is a bit of a pain. The top one is no problem. What you do is you use the hinge method where you put 2 pieces of tape, clean the screen, and then you fold it up like a book, and then you fold it back down. The bottom one, when you apply it, you want to apply it in a bathroom that's steamy. So run the shower for a few minutes, make sure the door is closed, and then apply the screen protector there. Now I have the white version. Let me turn on the light here. Sorry for the shakes. So I have the white version, and it's a lot harder to see if I made any mistakes with bubbles because it kind of blends in, but I think I did a pretty decent job. The hard part is getting it aligned around the buttons. You just have to like pray that it fits and just go for it. But yeah, the quality is pretty good. You don't really notice any clarity issues other than if you're in a white screen, like a very bright white screen, you can't see it on camera. but there's a slight rainbow or sparkle effect if it's a very bright screen. That's, just like some slight degradation of image quality. But in day-to-day, just in gaming, you can't notice the screen protectors. And people ask, why do you have a screen protector on a clamshell? Well, you're going to be using a stylus on the bottom. And when you use the stylus, it doesn't affect sensitivity at all. So when I'm talking about sensitivity, when you have the glass screen protectors, when you're using the bottom screen or the top screen with your fingertip, it's fine. But if you're using a stylus that has one of those rubber nubs, so pretend this one here, pretend this is a rubber nub when it's actually not. When you're pushing on the bottom screen, it actually doesn't register very well, and you really got to jam it down. And it's unusable, I would say. You have to put too much pressure. If you use one of these active styluses, this is ASC brand, and it's USB-C rechargeable, you can easily tap on anything in here, and it's just a very, very light touch. You don't have to press much effort at all. It's hard to kind of show what I'm doing here. It's just a very light touch. And it registers right away. So that's with that type of screen protector. So the glass screen protector from AYN, I would recommend, because you never know if you get a piece of grit or whatnot in between the screen and you shut it, then you could have damage. And it's a lot easier to clean a screen protector and not worry about scratching than the actual bare screen itself. So highly recommend them.